Well, the Clippers, they show some heart. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to TGK TV. It's your boy Mario, and today we're going to talk about the Clippers versus the Dallas Mavericks, Game 3. Let's go. But before we get started, if you are new here to this channel, hope you do consider subscribing as we open cards from sports to Pokemon. We also review basketball shoes, we do vlogs, we travel, and we also talk sports. So without further ado, let's get this video started. All right, guys, no scripts. I ain't want to do any notes. I don't want to pre-tell you what I'm going to talk about. This is going to be straight off the rip. Just woke up. I was at the game last night. Let me make sure I ain't got nothing in my... Yeah, I'm good. All right, so went to the game last night. I hope you've seen the vlog. I had a great time. First and foremost, that's the first time that the Mavericks, American Airlines Center was that packed since March of last year, since the pandemic started and the NBA got shut down. Just the whole atmosphere, the electricity of the building, just the enthusiasm of the people was really fun to see, and it was amazing to be at. I've been to multiple playoff games, and I would say that the first 6 to 7 minutes of that game was one of the most electric atmospheres I've ever been a part of. I've been to now I don't want to spend the beginning of this video talking about how it was being there, but just to give you a quick little flashback, I was at the Mavericks 2011 NBA Finals Game 2, where we had they hosted a watch party at the stadium, and when Dirk hit that three to basically give us a lead, it was pandemonium in that building. And so that was one of the closest things to that. Also, I ended up going to Cleveland to watch LeBron James against the Pacers, I believe, in a Game 5 where he hit the game-winning three. That was right there on par with the first 6 minutes of yesterday's game. It was just so electric. Nobody sat down for any part of that stretch, and I'll show you a video of that at the end of this video. Now let's get into this game, man. All right, Clippers made it a series. Clippers won the game. They definitely won the game, obviously, but Kawhi Leonard and Paul George had a damn near perfect performance. It looks like it's going to be really hard to stop Kawhi. And when Paul George is actually on like he was yesterday, and he was in Pandemic P, that's a tough team to beat. The problem is, Luka is not going to be stopped. But the problem is, can Luka's supporting cast step up when they need him? And yesterday, if only KP would have gave us at least 12 more points, if he would have gave us 21 points, this could have been a dub. If Tim Hardaway Jr. could have had a better performance, this would have been a dub. So that should be very encouraging to all the Mavericks fans. For the Clipper fans, they probably feel like they figured something out, which they probably did. What I noticed is what they did is whenever Luka was one-on-one with Zubac, I'm going to show you a picture of what I'm talking about. And you can't see it from the broadcast. So when you're watching it on TV, you can't see it from that angle. But the angle that I was at from where I was watching it, the Clippers, they basically try to form a line. So I'm going to show the photo now. So whenever Luka would come off a pick and they would switch it with Zubac, Reggie Jackson and Paul George or whoever the players are, they would kind of not be stuck to their players. They would kind of more be central into the paint area. creating this little wall. I don't know if that's what they've been doing in game 1 and 2, but I definitely saw it being there live. And Luka still did great. Even with the adjustments that they made, he still had 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 44 points. Luka still did amazing. The problem is whenever he got taken out of the game, which I want to make note of that. When he got taken out of the game, they were up, I believe, 30-11. No, they were up 28-11. So they were only up by 17 at that point. And when they took Luka out is whenever the Clippers made their run. Now, I'm not a coach, but I just felt like at that point, whenever the Mavericks were up by that much, what is the point of taking them out? Like, keep them in there, go for the death knockout, the death blow. Like, knock them out of this game. And when you took them out, you kind of gave them a chance to come back in, and they certainly did. But again, it's Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is a 2-time champion. Of course, if they cared, if they had any desire to be a part of this playoffs, they were going to have to get a win. And this was one of those wins that they needed to get. Kawhi Leonard is a champion. I give all the credit to Kawhi Leonard and Rondo, I guess, being champions, former champions, and figuring this out and finding a way to win a game. Now, if anybody's a Maverick and they're Maverick fan and they're watching this game, if you want some kind of words of encouragement, we needed that loss to ensure we remain focused. This loss is a good loss for the Mavericks if we ever needed a loss, if we wanted to move forward into these playoffs. This needs to be a wake-up call for KP. This needs to be a wake-up call for Tim Hardaway. And this definitely needs to be a wake-up call for Luka as well. All the Mavericks, they have to perform better. And even with the performance that they had, which, again, besides Luka, everyone else just played all right. Jalen Brunson did amazing when he came in. Willie Cauley-Stein was very active. Kleber did what he could. Josh Richardson did good, but our second and third options, they need to do a lot better. So they got to fight, not physically, but fight in this game, and they got to figure it out. And I think this game should be definitely a wake up call. You had a perfect performance from Kawhi and Paul George, and they still could have beat them if our other players just came to play. So I should tell you something. The other thing is we need defense. We need defense really bad. And my suggestion that I've been thinking and pondering about since I've been going to sleep and being up this morning, I've been thinking the Mavs need to run some kind of zone. And they need to run some kind of zone to protect Kristaps Porzingis. Because when Kristaps Porzingis gets switched on the pick and rolls and he has to defend and he has to backpedal, he can't go left or right, he can only go straight and backwards. It puts him in a bad spot. And so I think they need to do some kind of zone to protect him when he is out there. Now, yeah, that'll create some issues because you got Rondo, if he's out there, he knows how to run an offense. Kawhi can kind of pick that stuff apart. But I think you get a better chance to try to confuse the Clippers as to what they want to do versus how they have to adjust to a zone. Playing against a zone is weird. The way I would do it, I mean, it would probably be a 3-2. But at the same time, they need to communicate better. There was a few times whenever the corner 3 was wide open, either the Reggie Jackson or Marcus Morris. And these guys, they love to play when they're ahead. So whenever, one, the Clippers are ahead and we're not communicating well, and we're leaving their corner 3s open, which that's their job to do on offense, and they're making them, of course, they're going to do this to you because they're front runners. So the Clippers are front runners. You got to get them early and you got to keep them down because the whole Patrick Beverly trying to get under Luka's skin, the whole Terrence Mann flopping when he barely got pushed by Willie Cauley-Stein, which is a massive flop. What a flop that was. I think I got footage of it.
When the sky comes falling, even the sun don't shine, I got faith in you and I, so put your pretty little hand in.
These Clippers, they're doing everything they can to stay in this series. And now the Mavericks, I think they toyed with them the first 2 games. I think this game 3, they got a little bit, headstrong from the crowd because the crowd was so electric. I think game 4, the Mavericks need to come out and send a message. They need to send a message and they need to go up 3-1 and they need to fight. They need to go hard at the Clippers. You got to do exactly what they're doing. I don't know. Piss off Kawhi. Piss off Paul George. someone got to get in somebody's head. And definitely Dorian Finney-Smith got to shoot better. Kleber gotta defend better. So we just gotta improve on certain things. If we just improve on certain things, and definitely KP. And I know if I leave this video without talking about KP and slandering his name, like everybody was in the arena, everybody was so upset with KP. I got some footage of people saying some crazy stuff about him that I couldn't show. But I still believe in Kristaps Porzingis. I think he really helps spacing the floor. And him being out there helps Luka. It's just when he gets his opportunities. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he can't back down shorter players, because there was instances where he just kept losing the ball out of his hands. They swipe at his arms. I don't know if he's getting fouled. Whatever the case may be, Kristaps Porzingis had a rough game yesterday. He played good in Game 1 and Game 2. Can we get that Game 4? That's all we need from him. We just need an efficient night. We need more rebounds. And we need more defense. And I think zone might help that. And I wouldn't say zone the whole game, but a little bit of zone just to protect KP a little bit more. And I definitely think, I don't know, we need to try different things. Maybe bring in Trey Burke a couple times here and there. Because nobody else on the team can necessarily create their own shot other than Jalen Brunson, Luka, and Trey Burke. Nobody else. Tim Hardaway Jr. is more of a shooter, spot shooter, run around a pick, and pop. And I think Trey Burke could help in certain instances. But it's tough. I was thinking we needed Josh Green in that game yesterday when it got in that little lull stage, whenever we just weren't doing much. We needed someone to pick it up. We needed energy. We weren't getting that. And I think Dwight Powell needs to play more as well. He's not getting enough run. And I don't know. We need to mix it up. And we definitely can't have Luka scoring 44 points every single time. I definitely don't want to see us running the LeBron James offense of the Cavs back in 2015 and 2017, when it was just ISO, everybody clear out, let me work. I don't mind that if it's late in the fourth quarter, but throughout the game, we need to conserve his energy and be able to utilize the team correctly. And I know they're going to throw doubles at him. I know they're going to make it hard for him to go up and down the court. But if whatever they're doing to Luka, if it worked, if that worked in Game 3 and still got 44, 9, and 9, I don't know. But we need to start treating Kawhi the same way. I don't know. In certain instances, we probably need to start playing full court defense, but then that'll be hard to do the zone. I don't know. I'm not the coach, but I'm pretty sure Rick Carlisle has a way better vibe than I do, and I'm pretty sure this is his time to make those adjustments. He is a championship coach, head coach. And not to discredit Ty Lue, he had LeBron. We had Dirk and a bunch of everyone past the prime. So Rick Carlisle has more skin on the wall, skin in the game, and I think this is his time to shine. This is going to be the Rick Carlisle game in Game 4, and this Game 4 is definitely going to be the Kristaps Porzingis game, because he's got to step up. He's got to step up. Whether he likes it or not, he has to step up in this game, and I believe he will. I believe he will. I would love to see us finally get a New York Knicks version of Kristaps Porzingis, but if we could just get a bubble, the NBA bubble version of Kristaps, I'd be on the moon like I am with AMC. Before I end off this video, the referees were completely and utterly biased yesterday. If you watched the game live, you just noticed that any little bump, anything that happened went in the Clippers' favor. It's been going in the Clippers' favor since Game 1, Game 2, Game 3. At what point will the Mavericks get the favor? When will they get the benefit of the doubt? Because when Luka and Patrick Beverley got that double tech, why did Luka get a tech? I don't understand. Beverley just played 5 minutes, and he made Luka get a tech when Luka didn't even deserve a tech. There's a lot of pettiness in my mind, because growing up, of all the issues that happens in the playoffs when it comes to the Mavericks, because of Mark Cuban, because of the NBA Finals in 2006. There's a lot of bad, I guess it's a form of like PTSD when it comes to the NBA and refs, and specifically the Dallas Mavericks. So I just really hope the refs are going to be more fair coming up in Game 4. I don't know who the refs are, but I really do hope it's more fair officiating, because it is completely one-sided. Kawhi gets all the calls, and the Mavericks don't, man. The Mavericks don't. And maybe we need to run more straight into the lane and just run into people and get a call, because that's what I see them doing. Now, the Clippers, they played great, man. Paul George and Kawhi. I can't say that enough. And I'm not eating crow yet because I said the Mavs were going to win the series. I didn't predict this was going to be a sweep. So, for those that thinking that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I knew this was going to be a long series. But I do hope if the Mavs want to advance, I hope they win it in 5. I hope they get game 4 at home. And then they go on the road where they're great. This is a great road team. And I hope they go on the road and just finish the deal. So anyway, guys, sound off in the comments below. If there's something that I missed, let me know. I got a party to attend. If not, I would have been here talking to you all day. But without further ado, I'll be in the comments talking to you. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.